guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Enneagram Fox, and today we're going to talk a little bit about coaching and what I offer. So there's lots of Enneagram coaches out there. From my understanding, they all kind of do different things. Some specialize in very niche topics, some don't, and I don't really think of myself as a niche coach. But I do individuals, a one-on-one coaching, and I also do group coaching. So I'm going to talk about what these kind of look like. First of all, through 2024, both kinds of coaching, one-on-one and group, it is all free. This little thing is driving me insane. Okay. So anyways, yes, coaching is free through 2024. It'll change in 2025. I don't know what the prices are, so I'm not going to promise anything. But okay, so let's talk a little bit about individual coaching. So first of all, if you just want some one-on-one coaching, we can do it in person or we can do it virtually. I do live in Georgia, so if it just works out that we don't live near each other, then that's fine. We can just do virtual coaching. So the way to do that, go to my Instagram at the Enneagram Fox and just DM me, give me your email, and I will email you, give you some information, and we'll try to set up a time to get together. And what will happen is you will get 3 sessions. They will each be an hour long. And in the first one, of course, I will, I'll talk a little bit about myself and what I like to do. And I'll talk about what I am and what I'm not. So first of all, and this goes for any Enneagram coach, we are not therapists or counselors. Now I do know some counselors and therapists are maybe certified in the Enneagram, and that's awesome. And I'm sure they will disclose that to you. But besides that, if someone's just your coach, they should probably let you know that that doesn't mean that they're a therapist. And I am definitely not. So I do not deal with things like, life advice or grief or depression or divorce. I do not deal with those things. Those are going to be much better suited for someone who is a licensed therapist or counselor. But what I do is I am a teacher. I do give you information, but I do let you, you kind of guide the learning. I support you and I help guide you as you're learning about the Enneagram and gaining more self-awareness. Sorry, I just looked out my window and my boyfriend is out the window. My boyfriend, I think he's just going on a walk. So it was just really funny to look out the window and be like, oh, what's he doing down there? Anyways, also in that very first session, we will talk a little bit about your relationship to the Enneagram. Do you know your type? It's okay if you don't. We can start trying to figure it out. I will not make you take a test. I do suggest it as a way to help narrow down what your type may be, because generally your type is in your top 3 results on a test. It's usually not your first one. Usually, most people will tell you it's not. I know the first 2 times I took a free test, which free or paid, it kind of doesn't really matter. But yeah, the first 2 times I took a free test, I was a type 2, and it wasn't until the 3rd time that I was a type 4. However, type 4 was always in my top 3 results. So I do suggest take a test if you want, just to get that top 3. And so in that first session, we will try to narrow it down. If we don't, that's fine. That's not the goal. I've said this before on this channel. You are more than a number. So if you don't know your type, that doesn't mean you can't grow. That doesn't mean you can't learn. So it's fine. But we will try to narrow it down if you need that. Also, I want to hear about your purpose. So like, why are you doing this? Are you trying to grow as a professional? Are you trying to just be a happier human, like I like to talk about, which is what I mostly use the Enneagram for? Or are you just curious? Because if you just go into it going, I don't really know, I just kind of want to know a little bit more about this, that's called curiosity, and I totally respect that, and it is a very valid reason to seek out coaching of any kind. So it also, I don't think I said this before, I'm looking at my notes down here. I scribbled them out this morning to just get all my thoughts on paper so I wouldn't like ramble the entire time, which I kind of am doing, but you know, it's fine. So that is your first one-on-one session, just focusing on like where you're at and what you want to do. So your second session, we will go into your past, something that you don't always hear on like Instagram because it's not like a very pretty aesthetic thing. But the Enneagram is not based on behavior, it's based on a fixation that developed in your childhood. I do like to argue that it's within your first 5 years of life, because if you know I'm a teacher, so like I do understand that developmentally we develop into kind of like our core self in that first 5 years of life. And then everything after that, of course, you grow and you change and life changes and all of that. But however, your behaviors are really based on that first 5 years of life. And so that is what that's where the Enneagram comes from. So in your second one-on-one session, we go into that. If we still have not narrowed down to yourself to one type, that is totally fine. We can still look at 2 types or 3 types and go into the childhood fixation, the childhood message, childhood wound, all of those things to help you better understand your behaviors today. So this might seem a little, I mean, it's deep, but like it is kind of basic. However, it is something that you don't get from, you know, following Enneagram experts on Instagram. Not all the time. Some do. I have come across those kind of experts before, but usually on Instagram, it's going to be the fun stuff. It's a little lighter, or it's going to say like a childhood message, but it doesn't go super deep. And I know from my experiences on Instagram that like it's hard to go deep in a slide. You know what I mean? So we are going to get kind of deep in your second session just to help you understand your behaviors today and maybe how that's influencing you in your job or your personal life, you know, whatever your purpose is, just to figure out like, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it sounds really dark, but I also would hope that you can see maybe things that you have become really good at. And because I don't know about you, but like when I'm complimented on something that I'm really good at, my reaction is generally like, yeah, that's just like what you do. Like, it doesn't mean I'm good at it. Well, I am good at it. It just happened, and I do it so automatically that it doesn't occur to me that maybe it's a strength of mine. I mostly just focus on what is negative, which is a lovely, wonderful trait of a type 4. So anyways, that's your second session. Third session, we would focus on your future and coming up with a game plan that's tailored to your purpose. So it's kind of hard to really discuss the third session just because it is tailored to you. If you are a type 8 or you think you're a type 8 and you want to grow as a professional, and maybe you learn that instead of admitting that you're wrong, you like to kind of like argue why you are right, and not back down from that. And so maybe in the third session, we talk about ways for you to not do that, or just other behaviors that you can try to do instead. And so, I don't know what those things are because, again, I don't have a client with me. It is up to you. This is definitely where the client is guiding and not so much me. So yes, so that is the one-on-one sessions. Again, DM me on Instagram. If you are interested, please give me your email address and I will send you information. And it is free through 2024. Also, I really want to do a different angle. Let's do I like it? Yeah, okay. All right, group sessions. Again, these are free through 2024. And for the rest of this year, I'm not taking like any groups in person. The only way that I'm doing group sessions right now is through my website community. So what would happen if you're interested? Go to enneagramfox.com, sign up with your email. You probably have to create like an account. I don't think it's anything like crazy. I think it's literally like your email and a password, and then it might ask you for like your name, but like you can put initials or something. So after that, I will like have your email and I will send out a live link. I will send out a link every month to a live video session where everyone in the community can log in. I will try to record the session just in case you can't make it. And what will happen is we will talk about something in the Enneagram. It might be wings and how we use them. It might be subtypes and how we use them, what they look like, things like that. And then we will have a live chat so we can ask questions of each other. Hopefully, I would love to let some people like answer things, like, and not just be all about me. And eventually I would love to do like a Discord community. I think it'd be really fun to continue the conversations and maybe do some other things, not just make it like 100% Enneagram, like some other fun things. I don't know what. We would just have to see like what the need is, like what people would like to do. So yeah, that's kind of it. The sessions are going to be a little more intermediate, whereas like one-on-one sessions, like they can be very beginner, they can be intermediate, they could be a little bit more advanced where we can go a lot deeper. But the group sessions are definitely going to be intermediate. We're not going to get super advanced and go into crazy things. I want to keep it more light and fun for us. And that is kind of it. Again, these things are totally free throughout 2024. 2025 will be different, but I will give more information on that in maybe November or December. And yeah, I'm really excited. Please go to my Instagram, DM me for more information on these one-on-one sessions. You can leave comments here on YouTube if you want to know more about the group sessions and the community through my website. Visit my website if you really are interested in the group stuff, because I'm excited. I think it'd be really fun to like talk about the Enneagram with a group of people. I have done this work a couple times in this session for a team, and usually like, it's no more than 20 people, and it's so much fun. It's really cool. Most people are excited about it. There's a few skeptics, which is like totally fine. I know if you know about it, you're like, what are you talking about? Like, what is going on? But it's really enjoyable. I think people are part of it they do enjoy talking about they enjoy talking about parts of themselves. And yeah, I really hope that I get to know you guys soon, and I will see you all hopefully later. And I will see you guys soon.